He did part 2. He actually did it. He is nothing if not persistent.
We're sinking in quicksand. Johnny's with another band, and he's out of oxygen. This house is on fire. We finally walk outside and realize that the sunrise really comes as no surprise. This house is on fire.
I like to think he commissioned that intro just for this series.
These are my opinions on this. They really need to go day and date. Where is the excitement? Where is the enthusiasm for a game that is only on PlayStation consoles exclusively for a few months, and then it's on another platform? Like,
Just so we're clear, you're saying that Sony should go date and date on PC with their first-party games, which I agree with, but the reason you think they should do it is because you think a game that comes out on one platform and then later comes out on another platform either doesn't have or doesn't deserve hype. You're suggesting that you can only get hyped for a game if it's exclusive, which is nonsense. Why aren't you just getting hyped for the game itself? Why does it have to be exclusive on one platform for you to be excited about it? What do you mean there's no hype surrounding a game that comes to one platform now and another platform later? I take it then you're not excited for God of War Ragnarok? I take it then you're not excited for Last of Us Part 1? I take it you're now retroactively not excited or not appreciative of Uncharted 4 or Horizon Zero Dawn? There's literally nothing wrong with more people getting to play more games, and whether or not you get to play them first is irrelevant.
if you really care about the gaming community as a whole, release it on all platforms, day and date, and see if the community loves the game together instead of this scattered celebration.
I mean, of course people are going to like the game together. If the game is good, of course people are going to enjoy it on multiple platforms. That's kind of how it works. And also, if you put games on a different platform, you may find a community of people who would appreciate the game more than the initial platform. That's kind of what happened with Death Stranding. Death Stranding came out on PS4, and it was, the reception was not fantastic. But when Death Stranding went to PC, there's just if we want to get candid, there's just a more open-minded community of players on the PC than there are just the PC community as a whole is more open-minded to different kinds of games because we have more games. We have more genres of games. So after the PS4 faithful didn't really take to Death Stranding, the PC community kind of stepped in and picked up the pieces. Same thing happened with the Master Chief Collection. When the Master Chief Collection went to PC, we saw a giant resurgence in that game. Everything you're saying makes absolutely no sense. And it's almost like you haven't been paying attention to the industry for the last 10 years, which I'm sure you haven't. You pay attention to Sony, you pay attention to PlayStation, you don't pay attention to anything outside of your bubble. There is quite literally nothing wrong with letting people play games on different platforms and letting people experience games on different platforms. To suggest that the hype for a game is somehow lessened by a game having a staggered platform release, not only is that just incorrect, but it's also just like how do you even figure that?
We celebrate the game 5 years ago, and then you guys have to celebrate it 5 years later, or you got to celebrate it a couple months later.
I don't have to celebrate anything. If I play a game that's 5 years old, I'm not celebrating it, I'm just playing it. I'm playing Quake 4 right now. Am I celebrating Quake 4? No, I'm just playing it. Because unlike you, I'm not a corporate slave who has to put a big spotlight on everything my favorite company does every single time they do it.
We literally have games that were released on PS5, Death Stranding Director's Cut, and then months later put on PC. We know that PC fans don't buy PlayStation exclusives.
Well, why would they? If they're on PC and they don't have a PlayStation, why would they buy PlayStation exclusives? Nobody got on your case for not buying Halo 5.
At the rate as PlayStation fans.
Are they PlayStation fans or are they PlayStation Studios fans?
But that might change. Exclusivity is a selling point.
Exclusivity is a selling point. Weird, because every company seems to be getting rid of it now.
You go to these different restaurants because of what they have to offer you that other people don't.
I'm sorry, did you just call PlayStation a restaurant?
If you can get the same game in more than one place, it is not as special as it once was.
No, oh my god. Assuming you're talking about the game itself and not the platform, the game itself. If I can get this game on the PlayStation, and then I can get it on the PC. The game is still special if the game is good. Now, assuming you're talking about the platform, like I can only get this game on PlayStation, therefore the PlayStation is special, and then the PlayStation game gets put on PC, and now, the PlayStation is not as special anymore. Well, then maybe the PlayStation should make itself a more special console aside from the games it's holding hostage. Did you ever think about that? You, in your last video, you were suggesting that you want Sony to be the only place to play games at this kind of fidelity. Well, maybe if Sony wasn't so focused on hoarding exclusive games, they would actually put effort into their hardware because they wouldn't be able to hold games hostage and basically force people onto their platform. Have you ever considered the fact that games going multi-platform and Sony and Microsoft no longer being able to sell themselves on the work of other people? Have you ever considered the fact that that's actually a good thing for the platform as a whole? Because now the platform needs to make itself better than the other platform in order to compete. Exclusives going away is literally a good thing for everybody.
Multi-platform games that come out every year are boring to me.
Weird, because you were playing Elden Ring in the last video, and this new video, I think this is the new Saints Row? I truly don't know what game you're playing, but it's not a Sony exclusive. If this is a Sony exclusive that you're playing, then yikes, their standards have gone down, because this looks terrible.
I skip basketball every year. I skip Call of Duty every year. I skip soccer every year. I skip wrestling every year. It's boring.
All multi-platform games are boring. Got it. Yeah, this is healthy. That's a healthy mindset.
And when the secret has been exposed, which it has been exposed, that, every game that releases on PlayStation 5 from now on, that is a blockbuster AAA title from the Sony first-party studios, will be released on PC later on.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because now Sony needs to make their hardware better to convince me to buy a PS5 instead of just continuing to play on my PC.
How do you get excited about it?
If the game is good, I'm going to be excited about it. It's that simple.
Am I still going to buy the game? Yes, because I'm a gamer. I want to finish the story. I want to see where it goes.
Wait, so you think the game is boring and you're not interested in it, but you're still going to buy it? What the fuck is wrong with you?
The type of excitement? We're going to have it. Sony's not dumb enough to announce that God of War Ragnarok is in development for PC.
Ooh, clip that and come back here in like a month.
Like they did with The Last of Us. But in the future, these might be after credit announcements.
Alright, that's the end of the video. Okay, let's just... Oh my god. Let's just go through this. First of all, the excitement for Last of Us Part 1 is depressingly high. And I have another video in the works right now. I had to stop working on that one to come get this one because like 20 people DM'd me this video the second you uploaded it. But there absolutely is a lot of excitement for The Last of Us Part 1. Despite the fact that it's being developed for PC. And despite the fact that we've known it's coming to PC literally since it was announced. So, no to all of that part of what you just said. But I can't get over the fact that you literally said you're buying games that you are not interested in and not excited for, but you're also just befuddled, which is a word I really like, by the way. I use that word wherever I can. But you're just befuddled as to why Sony keeps doing it. You keep giving the company money for a thing, and you just cannot understand why the thing keeps being made. I say it again. What the fuck is wrong with you? How have you been doing this for so long, and you still absolutely refuse to acknowledge anything outside of your bubble? And also your bubble is filled with lies that you just created out of thin air. Your view of the gaming industry is completely inaccurate, and yet you choose to live in this bubble that you've made for yourself, and you get mad whenever that bubble gets broken. Well, it's not our fault that the bubble got broken. You should have made a better one. Your bubble skills are bad. Bad bubble boy. I'm sorry I said that. I thought of an alliteration. I just had to do it. Oh my god. This is taking something out of me. Fuck. JayTech, you're a mess. Please never stop. Toodles.